Hello and welcome to Genevora's running commentary number 32. I've been thinking about implicit and explicit skills that we learn. I've just walked here. The implicit skill of walking is one that I know how to do. I do it every day. I can do it without thinking about it. And in fact, I do it much better if I don't think about it. If I thought about the way that every muscle moved the bones in my legs and about how my balance adjusted itself for each step, I would slow down and the whole process would become quite cumbersome. Best not to think about implicit skills. Explicit learning is when we know the facts about something. So I could learn the facts about how I balance over my feet. At what point do the facts about knowing how to sing and how our voices work, at what point does knowing those facts really help us to sing better? Thinking about the way that we map our own bodies can help, because we sometimes get that wrong. If I were to ask you where your arm joins onto your body, you would probably say at the shoulder. So if I then said, knowing that, I want you to reach for something, keeping your body still and just moving your arm, and that is the distance that you would reach. If we actually look at the anatomy and look at where the join is, and the bone to bone join of the arm to the body is actually here, where the collarbone joins the sternum. The rest of the structure, the whole of the shoulder girdle and the shoulder blade, are just mobile. They're moving around. They're only attached with ligaments and tendons. They're not attached with bone to bone. So if I say, keep your body still and move your arm from here, it will be a very different quality of movement and you'll get further. Not to say that one is right and one is wrong, but the knowledge gives you a choice. Another example of this is the head and neck balance. All right, we know that the head, big heavy skull, is balanced on the neck, which is the cervical spine. And if you imagine this heavy sphere balanced on top of a stick, at whereabouts is that point? Where's the connection? If you were to point to it around your head and neck, where would it be? If you were to nod your head, most people point somewhere at the back. If you look at an anatomy diagram, you will see that the point at which the cervical spine connects with the skull, the atlanto-occipital joint, is actually here. It's just below the ear hole. And if you nod your head with that point there as the point of rotation, it does give you a very different sense of balance. And when you nod your head with that internal sensation, that explicit knowledge of where that joint is, you can then learn to balance your head more effectively. Because when balancing the head, we've really just got this heavy sphere on the stick, and it's balanced there with lots of guy ropes, which are the muscles. And we want that balance to be as easy as possible. We don't want those muscles to overwork. And the better we have that balance, the less the muscles will be working. So there's a time when that explicit knowledge, that information can help us to understand that internal sensation.